If there's one thing that can be said about our podcast is that our scheduling cannot be beat. Nothing says Mother's Day weekend like a film about a recently orphaned child living with an workaholic aunt who doesn't want a child, while an overpossessive toy runs amok. As we're talking movies, we're talking M3GAN, starring Allison Williams, of Violet McGraw, and Ronnie Chin. Written by James Wan and Alika Cooper, and directed by Gerald Johnson. Chris, you weren't pornhubbing from The Office again, were you?
God damn it! That's exactly the fucking quote I was gonna use. This has some kind of cute little quotes, but that was the one that I thought was the most funny. You know what I mean? So I got nothing. As usual, that's what she said. I got nothing. Everybody, and welcome to this week's episode of How'd You Like That Movie? Today we're going to be talking about M3GAN, the 2022 release, and Blum House fucking cash machine, cha-ching ching. Yeah, that's what we're going to be talking about. So Scott, why don't you take us away?
Yeah. So first, just going with this theme that we're doing. So I would like to announce for Father's Day this year we'll be doing Tim Burton's Batman. And for Valentine's Day in 2024, we're going to be doing Bones and All.
Nice. Bones and All is a super romantic movie, man. Real love when you literally eat people together. Talk about going out for dinner.
All right, so here's the thing, and I'm going to be blunt at the beginning.
No, it's Blum House.
Yeah. I've seen this movie literally like 2 years ago when they remade the Child's Play remake, which was the same story beats, same everything pretty much. So here's my suggestion to the populace of the world. If sci-fi has taught us nothing, let's just stay the fuck away from AI, because I really don't want to be bowing down to my chat GPT overlord in 5 to 10 years.
Our digital overlords will punish those of us who did not help them get there. Ergo, I would like to be a helpful idiot.
Yeah, it's not just the writers that need to worry, it's humanity.
Yeah, like, come on. Like, this is getting fucking crazy now. But yeah, did you enjoy it?
No,
did you like it?
No, I mean, so listen, it looks really nice. I mean, both the cinematography and the VFX and the special effects, that looks great. So actually, probably the most impressive thing is Amy Donald, who plays the doll when it's not in doll form. She's a New Zealand actor and dancer. And if you've seen the trailer, and I'm going to get back to the trailer, and you've seen those creepy dance moves or her doing the Cobra rise without her hands, that's her doing it. She's doing all her own stunts. That was the most impressive. And it was more impressive when I found out it was the little girl doing that herself. So here's my hot take on this film. There's 2 trailers. One has a Taylor Swift soundtrack. I can't remember who does the other soundtrack. Just watch those 2 trailers. That's it. Save yourself the 102 minutes, because all the good shit is basically in the fucking trailers. All the stuff you're looking to see, it's in there. So Blumhouse, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, in reality, I get what you're saying. In reality, this movie wasn't made for us. This is a gateway horror film. This is made for prepubescent and early teens, to just get into the genre.
Whoa.
Genre.
How do you know I am not an early teen? Okay,
that's what you identify as.
I can play any role, my friend. I can play any role. So don't be disclosing my age.
I actually identify as an attack helicopter, so it's really offensive.
The marketing of this film, I'll say, is top notch.
Yes, hitting
up the TikToks
and the Swifties.
Yeah, with this dance, it worked, because a $12 million budget went on to make 176 million.
Blumhouse is oh man, we just didn't make as much money this time.
I think they made
well. I mean, I'm comparing to Paranormal, that was made for what, 12,000 or 15,000. and did 180 million.
See, yeah, I get what you're saying, but here's the thing, because going with the marketing, right? Like with this dance going viral, like how much did they make off of that dance viral clip too?
Oh yeah, listen, I was gonna, before you decided that you wanted to talk on the show, I was about to talk about, this is a perfect example of a kind of mediocre film that has an amazing media campaign. Right, like everything about the promo is perfect. Even the reducing, they had to do some edits to make sure they got that PG rating. Like you said, it's gateway, right? So it's not quite family friendly, but almost. So your like audience just like gets massive, especially the demographic you're talking about that's going to be using TikTok and stuff like that. And then yeah, like that's why I said just watch the fucking trailers. Don't worry about watching the fucking movie. Just watch the trailers.
Yeah, like my 12-year-old went with her friends to go watch this movie, and you know they came out fucking enjoying, like they went into the theaters when it came out in theaters, and she came out laughing and enjoying it, doing the dance. Like they did what they were supposed to do in terms of the marketing of the film.
As the kids say, they knew the assignment.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they 100%. I will say I did like the nods that they had in this film to like past horror and sci-fi films. Like I love the aliens nod, the Child's Play nod.
Oh, what was the aliens nod?
You know, there's somebody else in this family. Let me introduce you to Bruce. That's literally Ripley in The Thing against the Queen.
Huh?
The last fight, the two robots were the ones controlling the robots with the hand. That's Ripley.
Whoa, I guess so. Yeah, I mean, I was listening to the quote that you just gave, and I'm like, that's not what Ripley says. But what you mean is that like her and the walker.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's like the nod to it, right?
Instead of putting maybe, or you're just making a connection that doesn't exist, but that's okay.
It is. Fuck you. Okay. There's the RoboCop fucking nod.
I'm not even going to ask you because you'll just be like, well, there was a robot and there was a cop in the movie. Therefore,
right at the beginning of the film when they're doing the pen and it's the you see Megan through the POV with the pen. That's fucking RoboCop. Fuck you, man. Like I know my fucking 90s sci-fi horror. So fuck you right now.
What was the Starship Trooper reference? Since we're just making shit up here, so
Starship. Oh, that would have been when she went on all fours and started chasing the kid.
So that's what I mean. Like, so that shit was all awesome. Also in the trailer. So you basically just proven fucking my point here.
No, the ending part wasn't when she's like, there's another member of this family.
So I was watching it last night, and as soon as I saw spoiler, not really spoiler though, because if I can pick it up right away, it's not really a spoiler. As soon as I saw her showing her Bruce, I'm like, that's how they're gonna beat the fucking robot at the end.
Oh, 100%. Same here. I was like, oh, this is.
I'm like, why? It's we're not gonna Chekhov's gun here, right? Where it's like, we're not gonna show you this robot at the beginning and then just never see that robot again. I'm like, there's a clear reason why there's so much attention being shown to this robot. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, it's the same thing. There is one that they showed a lot of attention to, but they never got back to it. Was that psychiatrist? Because
yeah, she kind of came in and out.
Well, but even at the end when she's in the presentation or whatever that room,
well, maybe she got murdered and that got edited out.
Well, that is what happened. Like she apparently was killed in this film, and they decided not to show it, and they didn't decide to go back and film the scene at the end where she just runs to the ambulance or something. You just never see her again.
I'm glad I'm glad we actually didn't have to see the dog dead. That always upsets me. So
he was the one you sent to kill the fucking boogeyman.
Oh. Well, yeah, you don't even see the dog after. You just heard the coordinates of where it was.
Which again, I wonder if it would be actually. I'd like to know what got edited out, like all the stuff that got edited out. Like, do you think they'll release a director's cut?
I don't know. Here's the thing. They said there was like a lot more gore, a lot more stuff that was filmed for this movie, but, was edited out once they realized they can get it into the PG-13. I watched the unrated version and there was nothing there.
Oh, okay.
So like to me, the unrated version, like there wasn't any like extra gore. Like, so I don't know what the difference between the like which version did you watch? Just the regular
I
version?
watched whatever was on Amazon.
Okay. Was there a power washing scene?
Yes, with the face.
Okay, so yeah, so that was the only thing I could think was gonna be in the unrated one, but I'm like, yeah, this isn't much, but it was cool kind of kill kind of thing. So
Sure.
whatever this really gory version is, maybe it's US only because they don't think us Canadians can handle it.
Yeah, well, we can. It's got a 93% from the critics on Rotten Tomatoes. I'm shocked by that. Which actually I think I have a reason for that. And it's got an 78 from the audience. I almost wonder if the critics went into it. Like I said, it looks very nice. It's very cute and funky in respects. Really great set decoration. Like I said, the special effects are great. I wonder if the critics went into it expecting kind of something else and they got this kooky little film and therefore they were more generous to it. Like everybody, like from Variety to the horror Zines, like everybody was like, this is a good film, except I did not enjoy it. I found it boring. I was like, why the fuck is this movie so long and can it end soon, please?
Boring.
Yeah, like I appreciate it for what it is as a gateway horror, right? Like, but yeah, it's not something I'm ever gonna revisit. And it's the same where it does the thing that I usually complain about where it's a new IP. So instead of making this Child's Play 2, right? It's
Yeah.
just, hey, now we got M3GAN, right? So it's technically a new IP that they can run with.
But it's not
But to
really
me,
new.
yeah, like to me, it was so close to that remake of Child's Play that um it kind of threw me off because I was looking for something kind of new here, like something to go off now they have like the whatchamacallit, they can spread out in terms of if they want to make into a sequel because they
They
left
are making a
enough.
sequel. It's already decided.
Oh really?
M3GAN 2.0, yes.
Okay, I
And
didn't know that.
both Allison Williams and Violet McGraw are coming back. And I'm like, okay, listen, I'm interested to see how they're going to develop this thing. So, because essentially this film is Allison Williams' character Gemma is like a computer scientist, right? AI scientist. After what just fucking happened, are you seriously going to just be like, fuck it, let's try it again? Like,
No, it won't be. No, they did the oh my god, I'm forgetting the character's name, but who's the guy from Jurassic Park, the Newman from
yeah,
Seinfeld?
yeah,
What
yeah.
was like,
Oh, I know what. Yes, yep. Okay,
because
I
he
don't want to.
was
Yep,
he
yep,
was
yes, yes,
taking the, yeah,
yes.
so they already showed he was the one that was stealing all their secrets and sending it to the competition. So technically there could be a million M3GANs being made by these other companies, and at the end it shows kind of, it takes the nod that she uploaded her programming into the internet because the computer, their
Like into the
Alexa,
cloud,
that they
basically.
can't say Alexa, starts churning around, like unknowingly looking out the door, looking at them, right? So it kind of makes it seem like now she can
And
just,
because we're all interconnected, basically, that's how you would bring Gemma and Caddy back, because basically just from our interconnected world, M3GAN would find her and then send many M3GAN bots from Mattel.
yeah, which is technically the whole premise of Chucky season 1. That's on USA Network, which is a million Chuckies going after kids. But yeah, it's, if they do it, good on them, because hey, you can't complain for you know having somewhat of an original IP out there, and it'll probably make even more if they can come up with like 2 dances now. Like if it's a choreographed
Oh,
like
imagine kind of like
ensemble.
the evil twins from, or the ghost twins from The Shining, but they're doing like a TikTok dance. Ooh, woo.
See, you just
So
gave Warner Brothers an idea. They're like,
that's what we
and
do.
that's how
That's
we remake the high. They're like, we're remaking The Shining.
this is what we do on the show. We give fantastic studios and filmmakers their best ideas yet. Wendy Ebb of the UK Observer basically said what you said. M3GAN is an enjoyable horror light romp, knowing, amusing, but not particularly scary. So it's kind of it, man. I got not a whole lot on this. I am going to check out, the director is Jared Jared Johnson, and he has a film called Housebound, which is why he was picked. It's basically a woman gets placed on house arrest in a haunted house, and I'm like, that sounds fun. And that's why he was picked, is that ability to balance kind of comedy and horror together. So kind of farcical situation.
Not too shabby. I've seen the trailer, but it didn't interest me enough to watch it.
So actually, before I just in case you're getting ready to get out of here, what I found interesting is, like I said, the cinematography is good. It looks really, really nice. So the DP, which I didn't write his name down because I'm a fucking asshole. This is his. Can our producer maybe get the cinematographer's name, please? Anyway, this is his first film as a DP. But he was like a camera op and Steadicam operator on X. It was weird. He's on X, but he's not on Pearl. Aquaman, Furiosa that's coming out, and Mulan. So he's got a lot of background in cinematography, but not as a cinematographer. So I think
his name is Peter McCaffrey.
Okay, yeah, he's from New Zealand, I believe, right?
Sorry, you just told me to look up his name, not his whole fucking life story.
That's right. And he had a dog that died when he was young, and it made him very sad.
And that's why they did that in there.
But yeah, I always like to see people moving out of the camera department into that key role and doing a good job. Like I said, it looks really nice. It's got a cool soundtrack. Like I said, the movement choreography that's done by Amy Donald and her dance instructor, who they work together. So she did her own stunts and they co-choreographed all the dance scenes. Like I said, so just watch these fucking trailers.
Yeah. No, it's good. Like, I think this one is the one, if I'm not mistaken, that Blum House and Atomic Monster are now going to be, Blum House and Atomic Monster are going to be merging together.
Well, they worked on this project, and so they're definitely doing part 2 together. So,
yeah, because I think this was the test run to see how well it would do, which is weird because, if I'm not mistaken, did Blumhouse do Saw?
That is a good question. I am not sure
that
off
was
the top
James
of my head.
Wan.
But James Wan, didn't he do Insidious?
No. Yeah, he's done Insidious. He's done,
and that's Blumhouse for sure. So, but there's a difference between coming on board and working for a production company and 2 production companies working together, right? And I would say, like making 177 million off a $12 million budget. I would like to know what their marketing campaign was, but like you said, basically, those trailers went viral, so they didn't actually have to spend a lot of their own cash.
And they were getting recouped, right? Once it got viral, right? Like they were getting paid for these fucking trailers.
Yeah,
like, they were the TikTokas was paying them, right? So my guess is they probably made a lot more than 176 million or whatever it was.
Well, and that's just box office. We'll see what happens now that it's available for rent. I mean, we never see those numbers, but I'm sure there's some sweet money that came out of that, right? So. Again, this is I would argue this is a good watch at home kind of movie. It's 102 minutes. It feels long. Maybe they should have made it 80. Like there's definitely stuff in this film where I'm like, you are just killing time. You're like, there's 4 minutes here, there's 4 minutes here. I'm like, just let's get to the fucking point, man.
Yeah, like the arrow scene. I thought that one went a little too long.
But yes, they could have just been like, bang, shot you. Where's my arrow? Boom. And then because like the arrow is the dog. That was a cool scene actually, when the dog's like biting the arm and then bites the child. And that's when you're like, that dog's done. Yeah, that dog.
Oh, that. But it was when it bit into Megan and it's like the sparks started happening. I'm like, ooh, is that what caused it? But it is interesting, like in terms of the character development of the AI of Megan, is like all her decisions are, short-term decisions. Like she doesn't think it through enough. So it kind of shows that she's still like a child as well, right? Like she decides to kill the boy, but not thinking about the repercussions. She was going to what was she going to do with the pen? Like make her an invalid or something like that?
Yeah, I think that she was going to make her so that she was basically had to do like have palliative care.
But I have another emerging capability you probably haven't figured out yet, and that's palliative care. You see this pen? A short, sharp probe to the cerebral cortex would cause full-body paralysis, and could even cause the victim to bite off their own tongue.
Right, which would make no sense because then the doll wouldn't be with them.
Yeah,
right,
exactly.
But yeah, it is like, yeah, to me, I agree. It's a good at-home movie if you want.
I'd actually wait till it just comes out on a streaming service. Like I wouldn't pay I think I paid $6 to watch it or something.
Now on just the streaming service on Prime.
Yeah, but I had to pay for it. I had to rent it.
No, it's now available for free on Prime as of Saturday.
How the fuck is that possible? I just rented it on Amazon last night.
Oh, then you didn't go.
I got ripped off. Fuck.
Well, I'm not gonna lie. I was super pissed off too because I watched it on Friday, and I used my scene points to use the rental, and then literally on Saturday, while we're getting ready for the wedding I was at, or we're attending, my kid was going through it, and she's like, "Look, Dad, it's available for free on Prime today." I'm like,
I realized what I did is that I didn't even look in the general stream because I thought it was still had to be a rental. And so I went into the store section of Amazon. And I also, at first I typed in like Megan, but without the 3, and it wouldn't show up. And I'm like, what the fuck? So then I Googled it. I'm like, oh yeah, it's Megan with a 3, right? And so whatever, $6. It's the what I'm willing to do for this podcast, $6 a week.
I'm not. I was really trying to find out how I can get my free rental back. I'm like, motherfuckers. Like, I'm trying emailing Cineplex. I'm like, my kids fucking did this by accident.
For your $6. Do you got anything else before we get out of here?
No. I think, like I was saying, good 90 minutes to watch at home if you just want, to have your brain shut off. And
except it's not 90 minutes, it's 102 minutes. So sure.
It's close enough. It's close enough, man.
Listen, if I talk to your wife, she'll tell me there's a big difference in 10 minutes. A lot happens in 10 minutes. So
yeah, I don't know, between 1 inch and 2 inches, there's a lot of difference either, right? But like you said, I can act like it. And that is our wrap for the day. Please like and subscribe to this podcast. Tell your friends. If you want to get a hold of us, reach us at the www.howdyoulikethatmovie.com.
Yeah, I don't really have much else to talk about. I kind of talked about everything. Like I said, it was mildly entertaining. Like I said, it looked good. Like as in aesthetically, it was kind of boring.
Yeah, like I think the most interesting thing out of this is the future, whether or not they do merge. Because imagine Blum House now with some of that Conjuring money. Like, fuck. These guys are going to go crazy. They're going to pick up every fucking IP that's left. You'll see the Friday the 13th. But I think their big, like in terms of Blum House, I think their big test now is this fucking Exorcist shit they're going to do.
I don't know how they're going to do that, but...
Well, it's them in the future. Well, it's them present time. So you're going to see Reagan as an adult, her mom as an adult, and probably some other kid that's possessed by Babuza or whatever the fuck the demon's name was.
Production by Rod Shaver, Vader Monkey Productions.